So this is part 8 of the 12 men who made history. The 12 men who made history, in my opinion. I mean, you could have another list of men and women, by the way, who you feel have made history and have improved life for us here on this earth, whether it be with regards to helping us with getting our rights, our God-given rights back that are being taken away from us by those who are working for the devil. And even right now in 2025, the agenda is still there and will never end. I'm talking about the agenda to strip us of our God-given rights. It will never end. It will always be ongoing until Christ comes to put an end to everything here on this earth. So the person I want to talk about in this video is Tim Berners-Lee. And Tim Berners-Lee is the one who is credited with inventing what we know today as the internet. It was commonly called the World Wide Web to begin with, but yeah, it's just one page, not even a full page, of how he made history. So Tim Berners-Lee, also known as Tim BL, is an English computer scientist best known for inventing the World Wide Web, HTML and the URL system, and HTTP. He was born on 8 June 1955 in London, England, to mathematicians Mary Lee Woods and Conway Berners-Lee, who worked on the Ferranti Mark I, the first commercially built computer. So his dad's background was that he was into building computers as well. And as a child, Tim was fascinated by electronics and built his own computer from an old television set. So Berners-Lee attended Sheen Mount Primary School and then Emmanuel School in London, where he studied from 1969 to 1973. He studied physics at the Queen's College, Oxford, and graduated in 1976 with a first-class degree. After graduation, he worked as an engineer at Plessey and later joined D.G. Nash, where he helped create typesetting software for printers. In 1980, Berners-Lee worked as a consultant at CERN, where he developed a prototype system called Inquire, which laid the groundwork for the World Wide Web. In 1989, he proposed an information management system and implemented the first successful communication between an HTTP client and server. He created the first web browser and web server, and in 1990 he published the first website. In 1994, Berners-Lee founded the World Wide Web Consortium at MIT to oversee the continued development of the web. He also co-founded the World Wide Web Foundation and has been involved in various other initiatives, including the Open Data Institute and the Web Science Research Initiative. He was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II in 2004 for his pioneering work. Berners-Lee has received numerous accolades, including the 2016 Turing Award for inventing the World Wide Web, the first web browser, and the fundamental protocols and algorithms allowing the web to scale. He was named in Time magazine's list of the 100 most important people of the 20th century, and that's why I've got him down as one of the 12 men who made history. Currently, he is a professional research fellow at the University of Oxford and a professor emeritus at MIT. So even this video that you're watching on the internet, whether it be on YouTube, on Rumble or BitChute, you're watching this because of what Tim Berners-Lee did. I know that there are some who say, and I'm not saying whether they are wrong or right, they actually might be right, that the internet was actually created by DARPA, which is, I've tried to memorize what DARPA means so I can say it from memory, but I can never remember what it stands for. So I won't even try. But DARPA is an institution, an American institution organization that seems to be into developing robotics, and they're into the internet, and most of the things that they do are with regards to kind of monitoring what we as human beings are doing, and basically potentially the things that they are developing may be used to curtail our God-given rights. But yeah, so I was just saying that, yeah, it's also been said that the internet was actually invented by DARPA for the purposes of gathering information. Because remember, like in the Dark Ages, there was the Inquisition, which was used to gather information. Because we normally associate the Inquisition with torture and with the torture of Christians. There's some have said, oh, it was witches that were being tortured, but no, the Inquisition was about destroying true Christianity. But what we forget sometimes is that there were, the sellouts who used to give information to the office of the Inquisition, who used to report their neighbors and say, oh yeah, they're having gatherings and they are worshipping and stuff like that, and they are reading the Bible, and that used to lead to Christians being persecuted. So some have said that the internet is actually a modern form of information gathering, and which it is. I'm not saying it's not. It's definitely a way of gathering information, but we should also use it to spread and share true information, which is what I'm trying to do, to share information with you, and hopefully you also won't keep this information to yourself, that you share with others. So, but I wanted to say, I was just saying earlier that even for those who are watching this video, you're watching this video as a result of what Tim Berners-Lee did, regardless of whether DARPA is involved or not. It's, Tim Berners-Lee is like the modern day Samuel Morse, who is also another person that I consider to have made history, who I'm also going to do a video on. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say about this man, and I think it's a very great contribution, because even some of the apps that we use, so let's say like WhatsApp and Telegram, all these hundreds of apps that have been created, they are kind of like spin-offs of this invention of the internet. They're somehow kind of linked to the internet. And for those maybe who know, some of you know that WhatsApp was actually bought by Meta. We have these companies that keep buying each other, and we can see. I have this thing of connecting dots, and I can see that what's happening with all these companies that are merging is that it's all about control, so that in the future, the issue of buying and selling can be easily implemented. I'm talking about referring specifically to Revelation 13, when it talks about buying and selling. At the very top, it's only a few companies that own everything, and I've shown this in my video on where I spoke about how the world really works, and I spoke about corporations. At the very top, you have BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, and some other companies that own everything. So yeah, that's what's really going on. But as long as we have the freedom to use the internet, because I know that there are also attempts being made to strip us of that right, or to make it difficult for us to use the internet. As long as we still have that right, we should continue to use it, and we should use it to glorify God and to share the truth with others.